French. One of his favorite songs, "Oh, bury me out on the big prairie, on the lone prairie." Everybody together if you got that. "Oh, bury me out on the lone prairie." That was wonderful. Of course, I guess you would guess that everybody, again, "Oh, bury me out on the lone prairie." Everybody again.
Oh, bury me out on the lone prairie.
I'm 76, I tire easily. I'm just about finished. Fun with gusto, that one, people. Apparently you have been out to the Lone Prairie frequently. John West, I am told, when he is at home, sings in his room. Yes, Barbie told me, in his room. I know and you know that the title of the song is "In My Room," but John, when quartetting, insists on "It's in his room." Go figure. Humor him, people. Pamper him, people. In his room, in his room. And if you get the right yeah. Would you sing that? In his room. In his room. Beautiful. Wasn't that beautiful, John? Yeah. That is an example of your eccentricity, rarely exhibited, though, John West. John West was born 77 years ago in Grand Junction, Colorado. What could be better than to be born in Grand Junction, Colorado? Well, Johnny will tell you, it has a lot of fruit. It's got the largest flat-top mesa mountain in the world. The local people call it the Grand Junction largest flat-top mesa in the world. Mountain. And it has a lot of canyons, Colorado does. But best of all, John West was born there. He contributed to the growing population as one of the 1880 pioneer settlers. He remembers it well. There are 53,000 people there now. He helped to make it so. Famed Dalton Trumbo screenwriter was a boyhood friend. He wrote for Exodus, Roman Holiday, and Spartacus, to name a few. It is rumored that John West was a stand-in, or at the very least in the cattle call scenes in all of Dalton's movies. You can't verify that because they no longer exist. Dalton sneaked him into those pictures. Dalton was also a novelist, wrote a book entitled Johnny Got His Gun, about John West, of course. It was made into a movie. If you don't believe me, look it up in Google. Actually speaking, John's parents were Canadians living in Grand Junction. Two neighbors thought that John and his parents were aliens. Or at best, illegals. John West, poor child, was angry and upset about it. Insisted that they move, so they moved to Brandon, Manitoba. He was, bless his little heart, 2 years old at the time. Brandon, wheat capital of Canada. United Nations for 5 years named it the best city in the world to live in. John says, I was responsible for that. Chatelaine magazine this year named it the best city, period. John says, I was totally responsible for that. John Brandon West asked by many to run for premier in Manitoba. No, said John. I'm too busy with my barber shop. At the time, I have 4 chairs, 4 bad barbers, and 5 ladies to cut nails. Oh, we bombed on that one. All in all, John says, at my barber shop, it was a good day from morning till night. Everybody, it was a good day from morning till night. Okay, everybody. John West, director, singer, quartetter. Markham, Ontario, you've already seen it. Director of the Merry Men of Markham. Had a crew cut, did John. The members called him the short-haired finger swinger. Good grief. Yes, the short-haired finger swinger. Such alliteration and beauty to it, hasn't it? Must have been conjured up by Shakespeare. The title, good people, has been carved in stone to be found somewhere. Early this morning, Global TV asked for the rights to air this. It will be featured this coming Monday with Tony Parsons, a good friend of John's, hosting. When Joan and John were in Brandon, they joined a Gilbert and Sullivan group. They loved the operettas. Their favorite was HMS Pinafore, though John liked Princess Ida just as well. And he auditioned and was chosen and sang the lead role of Ida Supreme. He accepted the charge with a vengeance. He was also given the charge of two of our really important key crucial areas needed for success. He accepted the charge with a vengeance. He posted posters in places where posters had never been posted before. 5,000 of them. He gave lines in the opera lines that he had written and were not in the original script, and tossed them willy-nilly to a cast of 35 who were not exactly thrilled to receive him, or maybe not capable of reading them either, like Don Dixon and Ron Flatterhead. He gave free tickets, good people. Free tickets, just ask for them at the door, said he. Tickets to psychiatrists, to nurses, to all congregations of the Catholic Church, and to passers-by. But most of all, free tickets to veterans. Veterans of the First and Second War, the Boer War, the War of 1812, the Korean War. He gave them to American and Canadian people in the Vietnam War, before the Vietnam War was a war. The veterans gave their bountiful share of free tickets to wives, who gave them to nieces, who gave them to boyfriends, who gave them to uncles, who leave them on the street. It goes on and on. And finally, free tickets to politicians, senators, MPs, MLAs, and cabinet ministers. Plus the Premier, and lo and behold, Danny Tryon and Mike and other rich dignitaries. A masterful stroke, that was. The operetta packed the house for 3 years. The Manitoba government paid the bill. Provincial taxes went sky high. And John West was honored for his dedication to opera and to the world at large. He has been famous ever since. Go figure. Thank you, Barbie and Pierre and Mark and Carolyn and 7 grandchildren and great-grandchildren, for giving all of us the opportunity to be here to honor your dad and granddad. A man dedicated to his church and to barbershop in a multitude of ways. A man too dedicated to his family. A quote from Barbie: "Nothing has been more important for my dad than his family, and so it should be." Thank you.